You see here? Hi guys and gals. Well, another little lunch break, walking along, and I'll be getting slowly back to work. Yesterday we had winter come back. You wouldn't tell now, would you? But all day yesterday it snowed and it was cold enough for it to stay on the ground. And then towards the end of the afternoon, most of it kind of melted away. Kind of just barely, because it was always cold enough it could have stayed, but there's like traces of it over there. But that's just about it. Yeah, so, March never usually goes out that fast. Oh, did you hear that? I guess we won't, because I want you to hear it. Kind of a woodpecker or something. There, it was just there. I don't know if we heard it online. Oh, what's up? Well, I've been using my so-called camera skills again lately, because we're updating the company film, which I put together, and adding some finishing touches. When you look at everything over again, and all of a sudden you say, "Hey, wait a minute, well, that wall looks kind of flaky. We were supposed to paint it." Little things like that, which finally doesn't change much the quality of the film as such, but does for the corporate image, so to say. Especially like you've sometimes in a company you might have people that are potential auditors that are looking at something, and they'll say, "No, wait a minute, you got to do that." Anyway, so nothing what one would call large non-conformities, but sometimes jobs that were being done that hadn't been finished yet, and you don't want that in the company film that stays. So yeah, I've been going around and filming things again, and basically it's kind of fun in a way, because you get into different nooks and crannies of the building, which normally you wouldn't go around and see. What else? Well, something was interesting. There's a family thing. My dad, some of you, I might have mentioned it in some videos at one point or another. My dad has Parkinson's disease, and he's had it for a few years now, so he was getting, it's moving along, and it was starting certain times to be a problem, a certain amount of involuntary movements called dyskinesias, and sometimes, when he would go into those phases, he wouldn't always be fully there. I'm being nice. He wasn't going crazy, but he'd do things that he normally wouldn't do. And of course the family kind of, gets concerned. And he was offered to be one of the test runs, we could almost call it that way, of a new form of pump. So automatic control of his dopamine levels, I guess, and things like that. And finally, for the dry run, or we could call it, the test run, wasn't a dry run, they had him set up for a few days with tubing into his nose and down into his intestines, actually, the small intestine, where the drug usually gets absorbed. And it's been, working wonders. My mom was telling me the impression she's found her man again, And yesterday he was operated after that test run, so they make a small portal somewhere in his stomach, I'm not quite certain where. And then he'll have this little pump which will be controlling his levels, and if something goes wrong they can boost it, and so he'll be coming out of the hospital supposedly today, so I'm looking forward to get some news about that. But it's kind of nice, because I heard that he's been walking straight and hadn't been using his canes. Sometimes it's really bent over, and I've heard is that he's fully there. So it's really something. For my mom especially, and for my sister and her family they live very close. We're just about neighbors, and so they're always together. So I mean, it is something that's really great. And as you maybe know, I Skype with them almost every day, so I will be looking forward to see the difference as well on Skype. So yeah, that's some of the things happening, with the family, and it's pretty good. What else? I'm just talking about family stuff in a way. Over the weekend, one of my sons asked if he could have a slow cooker, or a crock pot as it's often called over in Canada and the States. And they're really hard to find here for whatever reason. And I had managed to find one a few years back. Well, we had to go, I don't know how many stores and how many towns to find one model. Well, yes, it was at least a good model and one that he could use, but we were out almost all day Saturday, Mrs. DC and me, looking for this thing, and finally got it. So yeah, son's getting into that type of stuff, and he's a student, and those of you who use these slow cookers know that's the whole idea. I mean, you just get things ready, and you've got a warm meal when you come home, and that's what he was wanting to do with his partner. So yeah. Anything else? Well, not really. I guess I'll be leaving it at that. I mean, it was just going to be a quick update, walking along, and felt like getting to you guys. Just had the impression, like I was saying the other day, there's not many videos these days on YouTube. So we'll see. I guess I'll stop there. By the way, yes, before I do actually stop, I have to check the number of videos I have. I'm coming up to number 1,000 very soon. I don't even know if this might not be it. No idea. I'll have to go and count. Okay, that's it. Short and sweet. DC signing off. Take care. And what is today? Tuesday. So have a good Tuesday. Bye-bye.